go see this movie for the movie because it's a great movie, not for the politics. I mean, but the politics are great. And honestly, I think Vosh has kind of proved how embedded into the DNA of this movie the politics are, and what a big part of what makes this movie like great to begin with. Like, I loved this movie. It was able to make Superman relevant, and it was able to make him remind people, as it says in the text of the film, perhaps being good is the real punk rock. Perhaps being a good person is the actual cool thing when we're living in a world right now when that is an aspect of people that we are diminishing, devaluing, and pushing away, when we are surrounded by the most vapid, nonsensical people imaginable that are only concerned with me, 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 me. You know, you get yours and fuck everybody else. And we've had too much of that thinking happening for too many years now. What do we want Superman to represent? You know, on the out of the theater reaction, you know, I said, you know, in the old movies they would used to say, you know, he was for truth and justice in the American way, but that doesn't work anymore, because truth and justice are no longer the American way when you put a criminal in the White House who, by the way, is in the Epstein files. Probably is a, you know what, on top of all of the other things that he's known for doing, pardoning criminals left and right. You know, we read a review before the fact about how one of them called it the most anti-Israel movie ever made, and I was like, what? That was not something that I was expecting. It was a complete one-to-one parallel with the conflict in Israel and Palestine. Superman is a victim of police brutality too. I mean, he surrenders peacefully, and they knock his ass on the ground, and then they lock him up in an undisclosed location that's not even part of the U.S. government. It's some offshoot contractor, which is basically a concentration camp. And Lex Luthor's Skynet or Skyforce or whatever he has, that's his ice. The Raptors, I guess he would say.
The Raptors,
when he
yeah,
called
that's
them the
what it was.
Raptors. Yeah.
He says Skynet. I'm like, that's funny.
But it's like, all of this is like so, I mean, it's like, I don't think this was James Gunn. How can I make the most politically potent, politically relevant story imaginable? Mm-hmm. That wasn't at all their intent. They were just trying to tell good stories. It's just that life ended up sucking so badly that we're at the point that we were at right now, and it's matching perfectly with what comic book supervillains. Like, it's just that we're at a point where we have literal supervillains.